Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino, and this is my post-market wrap-up. What a freak show. I'm going to start off with that. Again, on this Thursday, January 14th, 2021, it's actually beyond the freak show. If you really understand what is going on here, well, it should freak you out. Let me put a perspective on that before I even talk about the markets. What is happening here is the obvious creation of a two-tier society, like I've explained to you for a decade would happen. But it's much deeper than that. They're creating a dependent society, a society that is more and more dependent on the government. Now, the government is the shadow government, which is the central banks, the Federal Reserve. We heard from the Federal Reserve today, Jay Powell. We're going to talk about all this stuff, but understand the core of this. This is a new paradigm. A whole new set of rules are coming. I've been warning about this for months. It's in our face here. So, again, the shutdown of the economy, the global economy, has created, again, a society of dependent individuals. They are desperate and they will take any crumbs that the government is going to give them. That's what this is. Understand at a deeper level what this is. The Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, their goal is to own it all. We all know that that is clear. But their goal is to own you. They want you dependent on the government. The government. That's them. Not the freak show, orange creatures. This other thing that's the new presidential thing that they're about to put in. Okay, these are figureheads. That's all they are. You understand that? So they have created a dependent society. The more dependent they can make people, well, the greater it is for them. That's what they want here. It's incredible. It really is. They not only want to own it all, and I mean assets around the world, and that's what the Fed is doing. They're buying it all. They want to own you. They already have millions of people, millions upon millions, desperate for a handout from the government. This is about control, people. What happened this morning? 965,000, let's just call it a million. A million people more just applied for first-time unemployment benefits this morning. We just found that out this morning. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, look, so let's go back to the market real quick. So today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average hit a new record high intraday. We did pull back from that record high. Why? What's going on? What is the market waiting for? Despite the fact that we heard a lot of very market positive news today from Yellowstone, Jay Powell, we'll cover that in a minute. The market is waiting to hear what's going to come out of the mouth of the new puppet, the new chosen puppet. Understand, President Trump was chosen. They sucked the man dry. They sucked the man freaking dry. This is the New World Order, the central banks. Now they got Biden, the new puppet, the new figurehead for the New World Order. That's what we have. A society that is becoming more and more dependent on the government. People, we've gone way beyond socialism, way beyond communism. This is full on, by definition, fascism, like I've been telling you for the longest time. Anyway, let's move forward. Bitcoin over 39,000, going much higher. Cryptocurrencies are going much higher. I don't care what came out of the mouth of Christine Lagarde, the other thing today. We'll talk about that too in a little bit. Silver put on a fractional gain. Gold had a fractional loss. I want you to pay attention to what they're doing. Very interesting. They're saying here gold is under pressure because of what's occurring with regard to bond yields. You understand that? I've explained to you for the longest time, you got to watch that bond market, but they're trying to make people believe that it's rising bond yields that are causing gold to fall under pressure. Where does the cash come from? Where's the cash come from that the Fed is buying all the debt, all the bonds? Well, they got to create it out of thin air. The dollar fell under pressure today. It's a distraction. Understand what they're trying to set you up. It's a setup. Oh, gold is under pressure because bond yields are rising. No, this is nonsense. Okay? Gold is under pressure and silver remains under pressure because the core of it, the core of this entire thing is JP Morgan. Everybody knows it. Everybody who works on Wall Street or has an association with Wall Street knows who it is. It's other banks too. Understand. But the center, the core is JP Morgan. They have been fined billions of dollars with regard to rigging of the metals market. It's not going to stop. JP Morgan is the largest bank on earth by assets. This gives them power. They're untouchable. They're untouchable. They can pay any fine. They can do whatever they want to. And the rigging of the metals market will continue. And I say good. Let them continue. Okay. So with that said, let me move on because I want to cover a bunch of things with you today. So bear with me here. All right. So I want to cover, let's start off with this. This is Goldman Sachs, their prediction for 2021. The S&P 500 will rise 14%. I'm here to tell you that it will rise at least 14% because of easy money. This is a very, very conservative number. The stock market is going not just higher, but much higher, okay? And the Federal Reserve is going to keep that going until it doesn't. They have a new spokesperson now, and we're going to hear from him later. I'll discuss this in a second. Their plan to, again, create the slave society, slave nation, fully dependent on government support. Does this sound familiar to you? It sounds like a banana republic, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what this new America is. So that's Goldman Sachs for you. Now here we go. Here's the thing now. You see, you have to understand when Joe Biden here, he's the chosen puppet, replaced the last orange puppet, and he's going to unveil his plan to borrow another $1.5 trillion from the Federal Reserve. We don't have any of it. The United States is the most indebted nation in the history of the world. Okay, and this is all part of the Federal Reserve's plan to create a dependent society. You understand? This is the second installment. I told all of you the last stimulus package, there was going to be a few more. Here's number 2. We're going to hear from this thing later on today. You know what it is? The worst part of it is people want it. People want to be dependent on the government. They want the government to take care of them from cradle to grave. Oh, we also found out the cost of imported goods climbed nearly 1% in December. Duh. Really? Oh, awesome. Let's see. Our trade deficit is ballooning, but we were supposed to collect trillions of dollars from our trading partners because that's what the orange creature said because of the tariffs. How about we haven't collected 1 penny, not even a fraction of a cent? Again, he was the chosen orange puppet. Now we have this freak show puppet now coming in here. You understand? Unbelievable. It's really freaking crazy. And let me explain this to you about this new thing coming into office here very soon. Talking about the new Biden stimulus plan. There is no possible way to stimulate a way out of this. Biden is about to talk about his new slavery plan. Okay? It is a Federal Reserve directive to create a society of debt slaves. People that are enslaved and depend on the government. That's what this is really all about. Wake up. And then we have this. Look, Christine Lagarde, she's not human. I don't even know what it is. Okay. What is Christine Lagarde? Now she's talking about this. Okay. This is her. Quote, calls for global regulation of, are you ready for it? Reprehensible Bitcoin. Understand, she is the head of the European Central Bank. Their product is euros. No competition can be allowed here. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, when I hear something like reprehensible Bitcoin out of whatever this thing is, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. It's not human. it makes me more bullish on Bitcoin. And my 50,000 target will get hit. Remember I said that. Let's move forward here. Oh, here's Kramer today. There's something wrong with this man. I tell you, this is the craziest thing. Jim over here and me, we know a lot of the same people. We really do. So I know he knows who I am. I know he understands. He probably watches my work. Now, this is Jim Kramer. He says the stock market hasn't priced in a post-vaccine economic boom. The man is twisted, man. He's a shill. Kramer, you know what? I used to, a while back, have a little bit of respect for you. It's gone. Gone. Unbelievable. I tell you, people. It makes me want to vomit. So a lot of talk about inflation here. Here's the Bloomberg. Inflation is coming, and it might be a problem. You can't make this stuff up. You can't do it. I don't care how hard you try. But this is what, come on, people. So sick. Now, this bothers me even more. A digital COVID vaccination passport is being created by Microsoft and Salesforce. Microsoft, Bill Gates, okay. A vaccine passport. Many of you have said this was going to happen and that it is going to happen. You must be injected. You must take the passport. You must take the mark. You're already wearing the mark. Well, you might as well have it put inside your body too. Why not? Now, here we go. So all the talk here is about Powell and his inflation play. Now, I'm just going to read this to you. Fed Powell downplays the risk of higher inflation. You see, he can't let you understand that that's the Fed's goal, to inflate. That's it. I've been telling you this for a freaking decade, that they were going to continue to inflate. Last year, their balance sheet nearly doubled. What this thing here can't tell you, Powell, is they want a dependent society, a society dependent on them. They have succeeded in what they started to do here. I'll tell you, what a damn freaking shame that we've allowed this to happen to ourselves here. We really have. And the distractions are still there. The look here, the look there, the propaganda here. I mean, I was watching this live here, Jerome Powell, and I wanted to vomit. I really was nauseated. I can't even look at the man. I can't hear him talk. Now, here we go. We heard today again from this freaking thing here. He's talking about the Federal Reserve's dual mandate of unemployment versus rates. Here's a big clue. The Fed has one mandate, and that is to own it all, to own you, and to create a slave society. That's their prime freaking directive. But, stay distracted. Stay freaking distracted. Unbelievable. It really is. All right, let's move forward here. So as we know, the police state is getting much more harsh. Right now, there are 20,000 troops outside the Capitol, and there are also armed combat troops inside the Capitol. And if you think for a second, this is because Trump is going to win and they're going to protect him, you have no clue about what's going on. None, zero. And I'm going to laugh at you. If you're one of those people, I'm going to tell you straight out right now, I'm going to laugh my ass off during the inauguration. I'm going to laugh right here on my video. He has been chosen, Joe Biden has been chosen to lead the New World Order. The central banks, whose goal it is to create slavery, an enslaved population more dependent on the government. That's what this is. And the government is the central banks. Once you wake up to that, we really did not make America great again. And I told you President Trump was playing right into it, calling for a weaker dollar, calling for the Federal Reserve to lower rates. Oh, no, the rates got to be lower. Let's go negative. Never once mentioning how this would help people. And then the brain dead people at his rallies cheering, yay! It's like looking at Joseph Goebbels. Unbelievable. The freaking Nazi propaganda. Here we go. Here's another one. He had to repeat it several times. Powell sees no interest rate hikes on the horizon. We've been hearing from Federal Reserve President after Federal Reserve President, and now from the thing himself. The Fed is, Not forget about interest rate hikes. Okay, the Federal Reserve is going to continue to buy assets for as far as you can imagine, and then what they're not telling you is either on balance sheet or off balance sheet. The Fed is buying even more. It's their mission. It's their prime freaking directive to establish a slave society dependent on them. Dependent on them. You think that's not what's happening right now? You think there's really something else going on here? You really thought we were going to bring down the Federal Reserve? Really? I feel so sorry for people who have gotten so twisted and brainwashed, Q-tards, and you are Q-tards, because I told you it was all bullshit. And you don't listen to me. You don't freaking listen. You think you know better. Well, guess what? You don't. How many times did I sit here and tell people, no, it's not, this is not what's really going on, people. And now finally, maybe you're understanding what's going on? Maybe now? I doubt it. Like I said, there are some of you out here now, they are watching this video blog that believe that President Trump will be inaugurated, that the troops are there to protect President Trump. This is how delusional some people are at this present time. And they are going to be confused and angry. This is what they want, to create confusion, anger, more discord, social unrest. They want to push that boot deeper up your ass. That's what they want, and they're going to do it as they create the slave society dependent on the shadow government. The Federal Reserve's prime directive to own it all and to own you by making you dependent on the system. If you don't understand that by now, you are absolutely lost. All right, look, I'm out of here. Long video. Please share it. See you in the morning.